Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Saidatu and this is Saidatu's daily, straight to the point. Like, the first express entry draw was done today and it's like full of mixed feelings because
the CRS score was so high.
Like, what's going on? IRCC, what's going on? Like, a lot of people are waiting. They have high hopes for 2024 and then you start it with this high score of 546. Oh my god, 546. Anyways, it's not the end of the world for anybody because this is just the first draw and there's still going to be a lot to come in here. There's still going to be a lot of draws in this year, and for all of you waiting, just keep your fingers crossed. Your time is coming. Like, your time is coming. All right, so if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like this video and to subscribe and to share. I will urge you to subscribe because this year 2024 and going forward, I'm going to be making videos of all the draws that happens in express entry. I'm going to be talking of all the draws for all programs, PNPs, and I'm going to be talking of different provinces PNPs also, because this channel is all about migration, so I really want to focus on it in 2024. So that is a very good reason for you to subscribe. So today is actually January the 10th 2024, and then the first draw was done today, the first express entry draw, which was for the all programs draw. That's all programs, not category based, not an all programs draw was done today, and the cutoff mark was actually 546. Yeah, 546, that's a really high score. Yeah, but all hope is not lost, as I said earlier. And about 1,510 people were issued ITA, that's invitation to apply. So who would have thought that 2024 is going to like begin with high scores like this? Because I remember in December there were two express entry draws, all programs draws similar to this that were carried out, and the scores were for I think 542 and 561. So everybody was thinking, okay, it's the end of the year, they just want to round up, they just want to bring in more people. Okay, by clearing the pool with people that have such high scores, by 2024 January at least they'll come back to low scores. But lo and behold, it's 546. So all hope is not lost. Actually, there's still hope because the target for this year is actually higher. The target for IRCC to bring in new immigrants into Canada is actually higher this year. It's around 85,000 permanent residents are expected to land in Canada this year. Last year was 465,000. Yeah, that was the target. So it's increased by like 20,000 this year. So there's still going to be more draws. What you're going to do is to make sure your profile is valid, you are active on the express entry pool, and you are doing things to see that you could increase your score. I've made a video on how to increase your CRS scores. Like, if you know you still have hope, you still have one or two things you could do. Now is the right time. If you've not done it all this while, this is the right time to do it. Part of what I talked about is going back to write your IELTS, to max out. If you didn't max out your IELTS, this is the right time to go do it. Luckily now you could receipt one module of your IELTS. So if you have like in your 4 modules, maybe there's one that you scored low, you could register for that particular one to max it out. You will never know how it will increase your point. Also, another thing you could do is, if you have a BSc or you just have your first degree, you could go back to do your masters. Yeah, you could do a 1 year, 2 years masters. It will increase your points. Then if you know maybe your partner, you're coming with your spouse and you're the only person that has evaluated your WES, your credentials as WES, your spouse could also go do the WES evaluation. So all these things are things you could do to increase your CRS point. 1 point, 2 point, 3 points is a lot in the express entry. I know by now you will know how important 1 point is on the express entry pool. So most people will be wondering, those people that have high scores like 540, above 500, how are they doing it? Because like somebody like me, when I first entered the pool, my CRS score was around 330 or 336. And as at that time, the draws were around 460 something. I'm like, I had no hope. There was nothing I could do because I had a master's, I had over 10 years experience, you know, I wrote my IELTS, I was like average, yeah. So I just looked at it like there's no hope for me, you know, there's no hope. So the people, I came in through the provincial nomination program as the PNP to Manitoba. So if you come in through the PNP, automatically you're going to be issued 600 extra points to add to whatever point you are on the express entry. So in my own case, I had additional 600 points, which was added to my 330 points, and I had like 900 and something. So when they did the PNP draws, which you guys usually see that is above 600, above 700, that is the PNP draws, and then I was picked in that particular draw. So you see people that are being picked on the normal all programs draw, and then their scores are above 500, and you're wondering how it happened, like what it is. So I want you to know that first of all, such people, if you look closely at it, such people first of all are usually below the age of 30. So if you're above the age of 30, your age does not really contribute much to your CRS scores. So those below 30, the age gives you a whooping 100 points, 100 whole points already. So somebody above 30, maybe 40, 35, each birthday your points reduces by like 5 points, and then your general scores for age is like maybe 30 or 40, whereas somebody below the age of 30 is having 100. So already you see, if you put yourself on the scale of somebody above 40 and below, above 30 and below 30, that person already has like 70 points above you. Another thing that could happen is that that same person has a master's. So you also have your master's, but that person that is below the age of 30 has a BSc, has a master's. So the points for master's and yours is the same, but because that person already has 70 points above you, you know, the master's makes more sense to that person than you. And look at a case whereby you're on the pool with just a BSc, you don't have an MSc. So all those things tend to weigh one's CRS scores differently. Another major thing that could happen is your IELTS. So if you write your IELTS exam, your scores, your overall score puts you on a particular CLB. So you have CLB 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So if you're on CLB 6, somebody else is on CLB 9. You see the difference in the points? So there are some modules that when you max out, I think the listening or so, if you max it out, even if the other ones are like average, it increases your CLB points. So you really need to look into the IELTS to see which module it is that is lacking for you, if you have to go back to rewrite the exam or something, or altogether go back and rewrite your IELTS. Just take the time, be on the pool with whatever score you're on now, and go sit and study well to max out your IELTS. So if you max out your IELTS, it increases your CRS point. Another major thing that if you look into those people's scores that have above 500 is that they have the second language. The second language is golden, that is French. French. In fact, I'm going to be making a video. I think the next video you'll be seeing after this will be French. How French increases your CRS point, and how the study centers that I have a study center that has reached out to me to talk to people about French and how they could help you to write your TEF, that's the TEF and the TCF examination in Lagos. So they are based in Lagos, but they operate online because they know most people that want to write the IELTS may not be in Lagos. They are working, they are busy, so they do it strictly online. You know, they do it strictly online based on your schedule. So you could decide to do it at midnight, you could decide to do it early in the morning during your break time. I'm going to be making a video about that. I think I'm just going to put their banner somewhere here, but I'm going to make a comprehensive video about it. So that is a very good reason why you should like this video and subscribe, so you watch that video and engage with the trainer. So having the French exam, so imagine somebody, both of you are on the express entry pool, you are both on, let's say, 450, and both of you want to get to 500, you know. Somebody goes to write the French exam and you have just the English exam. So the person that has the French exam has a potential of having 50 extra points. Yeah, if you get your average points in your French exam, it adds to 50 points to your CRS score. So imagine a person goes high to 500. So most people, if you look closely, such people have the second language. So it is encouraged, if you really want to come into Canada based on the express entry, then please go subscribe for the French exam. It's not easy. It's a second language. It's entirely new. The only time you study French is in primary school, or if you are lucky in secondary school. Yes, I know, but there are a lot of people that sat down, registered, and started to learn French from scratch. So what you're going to do, you register, you give yourself 6 months, you give yourself 1 year to learn the basics of French. So these trainers are trained to teach you how to pass the TEF exam. You're not just going there to learn French just to learn French. You're going to learn the French to be able to write the examination. So right from day one, they're going to be teaching you how to answer the French examination. So there are different things you could do. Aside even having a tutor, you register for there's this app that converts English to French. You start studying on your own. There are a lot of things you could do. So those are the edges such people have. So if you look closely at anybody that has high points above 500, most of them have the French language. They have the French language. Yeah, they give themselves 6 months or a year max to study the French and come back to the express entry in full force. And another lucky thing is that now Canada does draws on category base, and part of the category is those that have the second language. Yeah, so they do draws just based on people that have the French language, and then the CRS scores are usually low. I think for the last draw that was done for French was, let me check my system. French. Okay, so the last draw that was done on category based draw for those that have the French language was done just in December, and the CRS score that was used was 470, and they picked 1,000 people from the express entry pool who had the French language, and the CRS score was as low as 470. Before then, the other score was 486, then 472, then 435. In August, it was as low as 435, as long as you indicate that you have the French as a second language. 435. Then in July, I think in July there was 2 draws that was done for those that have the French language, and it was as low as 375 CRS score. Yeah, and they picked 3,800 people from the pool and gave them direct ITA for permanent resident. Can you imagine? So it started actually in July last year, and it's going to be in full force more in 2024. So if you want to really take advantage of this, it's in 2 ways. So you have chances in 2 ways. Either you'll be picked in express entry by increasing your existing CRS score, or you'll be picked under the category based draws, which is usually done like every month. So those are part of the ways you see people that have such high scores. You'll be wondering, how are these people getting these scores? These are the secrets. Most of them, the age, you can't do anything about it because each minute you're growing older. Yeah, but the ones you could do is to max out your IELTS, is to get a second language, French as a second language. That one adds automatic 50 points to whatever it is that you have on the pool. So also, I'm going to be talking about the number of candidates that were picked. I'm going to put this this table by this side. Yeah, it should be on this side of the video. You will see the number of people existing on the express entry pool as at December last year. I think this as at December last year, just last 2 weeks. So about those people that have around 601 to 1,200 points CRS scores, there are about 1,298 people. So those people are including, I think these one mostly are people that have the PNP. They have PNP, so they have additional 600 points. Those are like the special ones. So the draw that happened recently is 501 to 600. Those that have 501 to 600 CRS scores, there are about 6,345 on the pool. So out of the 6,345, since the CRS score that they used for the draw today was 546, they picked 1,510 people from this particular people. So the majority of people on the pool are 58,298, and those are people that their CRS score is between 451 to 500. So majority of people on the pool have CRS scores between 451 and 500. So imagine a draw is done now for maybe, they say they bring it down to like 460. They could pick more than like 4,000 people from this draw, from this particular category. So we have, going below, we have people that have 490. Yeah, so this table shows the number of people existing on the pool, on the express entry pool, and this is the CRS scores they are on the pool with. You understand? So you watching this video, you fall into one of these categories, so you see where you are and the number of people waiting on this particular category on the pool. So I hope this video helps. I'm going to be making updates as soon as there's a draw. As soon as there's an express entry draw, I'm going to be making a video to analyze it here. So that's a very good reason why you should be subscribing to this particular video. Please like and share to anybody that you think will benefit from this. See you in our next video, and congratulations to those that got ITAs, and best of luck to people still waiting. Don't worry, your time is coming very soon. Fingers crossed, and be prayerful, and just keep tidying up to pack your things away from your home country down to Canada. Bye.